David Pegg, Eddie Coleman, Mark Jones, Billy Whelan, Jeb Bent. Oh. Tragic loss for them.
It's Manchester coming back on the attack. It's almost a relentless tide now. A battle between these Manchester forwards and wing-halves. And here's one of the wing-halves, Coleman, and this Spurs defence. It's Pegg out to number 10, Edwards. This equalising goal must come. And there it is! Yes, it's a great goal! It's scored by Coleman!
A side on the verge of greatness, full of youthful exuberance and limitless expectation. Without question, the best team in the land, the Busby Babes.
It's a goal! It's a goal! This is the goal that should give them the championship.
It had been Matt Busby's dream to pit the talent of his young side against the cream of Europe. In February 1958, a draw in Belgrade had put United through to the semi-finals of the European Cup. On the way home, the plane stopped to refuel at Munich airport. This is the last picture to be taken of the team together. Bad weather forced the pilot to abort 2 takeoffs. Journalist Frank Taylor was amongst those on board when the plane rolled down the runway for a 3rd time.
This is how it was on the 3rd tragic run. I fastened myself in and we set off down the runway, roaring away. And as I looked out, I could see the red building where we'd stopped on the first 2 runs. And as I looked in that direction towards the wheels, I couldn't see whether they were off the ground. And I leaned forward and shouted to Bobby Charlton and to Dennis Weiler, "Have the wheels gone up?" There was no reply. And at that moment I thought, I'll see for myself. Turned, and that was the one moment of fear, because I could see the perimeter French apparently rushing towards us. And as I turned again in my seat, I got a terrific blow just behind my left ear, and I could feel my senses slipping away. There was a terrific bang at that moment, and as I turned like that, I could see the bulkhead caving in, and there were suitcases flying all over the place. And then as I was trying to clear my head, I couldn't breathe. And then mercifully, my eyes closed. And by that time, of course, we were through the perimeter fence. The people who I think are absolutely magnificent were the people who were conscious. You know, Harry Gregg, who was one of the heroes, Peter Howard, the Daily Mail photographer. He went back in to save lives.
It was news that shocked the world. Such a sense of loss, such a sense of disbelief. The nation went into mourning. The great Duncan Edwards lost his fight for life after 15 days in a Munich hospital. Matt Busby himself was gravely ill. A nation held its breath. Busby eventually returned home to start again. 40 years on from Munich, those who lost their lives will always be remembered.
They were still only boys, really. Most of them killed at 21 years of age. I think the country lost a team which would have been the talk of Europe and indeed the world. Certain times it comes back to me. I think that'll live with me all my life. Live forever in the history of football, because I think they actually created something in their short life in the game.